Hello everyone, welcome to watch my channel. I'm Sơn and I'm recording this video because I want to share my experience learning English with ChatGPT and Grok. So let's see what goes. Chào các bạn, chào mừng tới với kênh của mình. Mình tên là Sơn và mình ghi lại video này vì muốn chia sẻ kinh nghiệm học tiếng Anh với ChatGPT và Grok. Vậy thì hãy xem nó diễn ra như thế nào nhé. Okay. Let's talk about my issues when I practice speaking. So my issue is when I want to talk, I can't I can remember the sentence when I want to talk, and like I thought about the word, and when I remember the word, I can't remember how to talk correct grammar. So when I organize grammar, I forgot all of it. So that's my issues. So that's why I need to write down on ChatGPT when I make a sentence, because I will forget it if I don't write down, and that's my issues. So I just focus on only phrasal verb because it's I can learn the meaning with basic English. So and I will practice whenever I remember the meaning by English. So that's topic helps me organize my sentences, help me think by English, and I will try again and over again to when AI give me a phrasal verb, I can describe it. I can describe the meaning by English and make a sentence, make a sample by English, and just speaking. Don't I don't need to write down to remember what I need to talk. So that's why I focus on phrasal verb so long. And now you see, today I can speak English more confident than before. I don't know why, but I think I go a right way. I'm on the right way. So okay, let's continue. Let's continue to learn English with phrasal verb. Hello.
Hey there, what's up? Ready to tackle something this morning?
Okay.
That sounds like a great plan. Let's dive into some common phrasal verbs, and I'll make sure your sentences sound smooth and natural. If anything needs tweaking, I'll suggest a more natural way to say it, and you can repeat it. I'll also give you example sentences for each meaning of a phrasal verb. Want to start with a specific one, or should I pick one for us to practice?
So I think the first prompt is important. So I need to write down it. Uh, like I want to practice English and work on common phrasal verbs. If anything I say doesn't sound smooth and natural, please fix it for me, and I will repeat it. Also, if a phrasal verb has multiple meanings, I'd like example sentences for each one. So it's so long. I I want it correct correctly. So one is correct. So I need to write down it. I want to try a phrasal verb.
It seems like you meant every phrasal verb there. A smoother way to say it would be, I want to try every phrasal verb you suggest. Want to repeat that one to practice? Since you're up for trying them all, let's start with a common one, pick up. It has a few meanings, so I'll break it down with examples for each. If you want to practice, just toss me a sentence using pickup, and I'll check if it sounds natural.
I pick up my bag.
Your sentence is close. A slightly smoother version would be, I picked up my bag. Want to repeat that one? Nice job using pickup. That meaning refers to physically lifting something. Here are the main meanings of pickup with examples. 1. To lift or take something up. She picked up the book from the table. 2. To collect someone or something. I'll pick you up at 7 for dinner. 3. To learn something casually. He picked up Spanish while traveling. 4. To improve. Sales are starting to pick up this month. Want to try another sentence with pickup? Maybe using a different meaning? Or should we move to another phrasal verb?
Now pick up have four meaning. To lift someone, to lift something, and to lift or take something. And the second is uh, to learn something casually. Learn something casually. Three. Third, collect someone or something. Collect someone or something. Four is to improve. To improve. Lift something. I pick up I picked up my bag. Collect someone. He called. He picked up his son to uh, school. So 3. Learn something casually. She picked up Spanish. 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 From YouTube videos to improve. We need to pick up pencil and no improve. There pencil. So there's this month. This month. I picked up my bag. He picked up his son at school. She picked up Spanish from YouTube videos. We need to pick up their sales this month.
Wow, you nailed those sentences. They all sound smooth and natural, and you used each meaning of pick up perfectly. Just for fun, want to repeat one more time? I picked up my bag. Awesome work. Since you've got pick up down, let's try another common phrasal verb, turn down. It has a couple of meanings, so here are examples for each. 1, to reduce volume or intensity. Can you turn down the music? 2, to reject something. She turned down the job offer. Want to try a sentence with turn down, or should we stick with pick up a bit longer?
So just remember, pick up has 4 meaning: to leave or take something. The second is correct someone or something. Third is to learn something casually, and four is to collect something, to improve casually thông thường, casually cách ngẫu nhiên, casually cách ngẫu nhiên. Alright. Turned out. So past turned out. have a couple of meanings. There's simple turn down, and it turn down is turn down volume. Turn down to down. Reduce volume. Okay, second is intensity or intensity. Intensity, what is intensity? Cường độ. Okay, intensity, cường độ. Intensity, to detect something. Reject something. Okay, reduce volume or intensity. He turned down the the temperature. Turn down the máy lạnh là gì ta? Air conditioner. The air condition temperature. Turn down the air conditioner's temperature. Conditioner. Okay. Reject something. I turned out oppor- opportunity right, to go to abroad. Okay. He turned down the air conditioner's temperature, and I turned down opportunity to go abroad.
You're doing great. Let's smooth those sentences out just a bit. For the first one, it'd sound more natural as, he turned down the air conditioner. For the second, try, I turned down an opportunity to go abroad. Want to repeat those to lock them in? Nice work using both meanings of turn down. Just to confirm, the examples I gave were turning down the music for lowering volume and turning down a job offer for rejecting something. Want to try another sentence with turn down or move to a new phrasal verb like look after?
He turned down the air conditioner, and I turned down an opportunity to go abroad.
Perfect. Those sentences sound spot on now. You've got the hang of turn down. Should we stick with it and try a couple more sentences or move on to another phrasal verb? How about look after? It means to take care of someone or something, like she looks after her little brother on weekends. Or there's bring up, which can mean mentioning something or raising a child, like he brought up a good point in the meeting, or they brought up 3 kids. Which one sounds fun to try next?
I look after my friend's house because he's on vacation.
That sentence is almost perfect. Just a tiny tweak for flow. I'm looking after my friend's house while he's on vacation. Want to repeat that one? Great job using look after. It means taking care of something or someone, just like you showed. Another example. He looks after the garden every weekend. Want to try another sentence with look after? Or should we switch to a new phrasal verb like bring up?
I look after my friend's house while he's on vacation.
Nailed it. That sounds super smooth and natural. You're rocking look after. So, want to try another sentence with it to keep the momentum going? Or should we mix things up with a new phrasal verb? Maybe bring up? It's got meanings like mentioning something, as in, she brought up a new idea, or raising someone, like, they brought up two kids. What do you think?
So this phrasal verb has two meanings, right?
It seems you meant phrasal verb there. And smoother way to say it would be, so this phrasal verb has two meanings, right? Want to repeat that to practice? You're spot on about bring up having two main meanings. Like I mentioned, it can mean mentioning something, as in, she brought up a new idea in the meeting, or raising someone, like, they brought up two kids with care. Want to try a sentence using bring up with either meaning, or stick with look after for more practice?
He brought up some ideas while meeting, and they brought up this case for 10 years.
You're getting the hang of it. Let's polish those sentences a bit for flow. The first one could be, he brought up some ideas during the meeting. The second would sound smoother as, they brought up their kids for 10 years. Want to repeat those to practice? Great job using both meanings of bring up. Just to recap, it's about mentioning something, like ideas in a meeting, or raising someone, like kids. Want to try another sentence with bring up? Or move to a new phrasal verb like take off?
He brought up some ideas during the meeting, and they brought up their kids for 10 years.
Those sentences sound perfect now. Smooth and natural. You've totally got bring up mastered. Should we keep going with it and try another sentence or switch to a new phrasal verb? How about take off? It's got a few meanings, like 1, to leave the ground, as in the plane took off on time. 2, to remove something, like she took off her jacket. 3, to become successful quickly, like his new song really took off. Which one sounds fun to try?
So take off have three meaning. One is the first one is leave the round, leave the round, uh, leave leave from something, leave from something. And second is remove something from something or someone. Uh, Third is become successful quickly, become quickly. So um, live around. Uh, the bird takes off from the roof top. Okay, remove something. I take off the sticker on the wall, the wall, the wall. Okay. Uh, she took off, took off. Come to cell phone quickly. She her books is very took off. The bird takes off from the rooftop, and I take off the sticker on the wall, and her book is very took off.
Nice try. You're getting creative. Let's tweak those sentences for smoothness. First, try the bird took off from the rooftop. Second, I took off the sticker from the wall. For the third, it'd be her book really took off. Want to repeat those to lock them in? Great job using all three meanings of take off, leaving the ground, removing something, and becoming successful. Want to try another sentence with take off? Or move to a new phrasal verb like give up?
The bird took off from the rooftop. I took off the sticker on the wall, and her book really took off.
Almost perfect. You're so close. Let's just fix that second one slightly. I took off the sticker from the wall. The others are spot on. Want to repeat all three to practice? You're killing it with take off, nailing all its meanings, leaving the ground, removing something, and something becoming successful. Should we try another round with take off or switch to a new one, like give up? It can mean quitting something, as in he gave up smoking, or surrendering, like they gave up the fight. What do you think?
They gave up fighting and he gave up drinking alcohol.
Those sentences are really close. Let's make them just a touch smoother. Try, they gave up the fight, and he gave up drinking alcohol. Want to repeat those to get them down? Awesome work using both meanings of give up. Quitting something and surrendering. Want to try another sentence with give up? Or should we explore a new phrasal verb like come up with? It means to think of something, like she came up with a great plan. Sound good?
They gave up the flight and he gave up drinking alcohol.
You're super close. This second sentence is perfect. He gave up drinking alcohol. For the first, you might have meant fight instead of flight. So it'd be smoother as they gave up the fight. Want to repeat those to practice? Great job with give up, using it to mean quitting or surrendering. Should we stick with give up for another sentence or try something like come up with? It's about thinking of ideas like he came up with a cool invention. What's next?
He gave up the fight and they gave up drinking alcohol.
Nice work. You're almost there. Let's polish those up. Try, he gave up the fight, and they gave up drinking alcohol. Want to repeat them to get that flow? You're doing awesome with give up, hitting both the surrender and quitting meanings. So, want to try another sentence with give up or switch to a new phrasal verb? Maybe come up with, like, she came up with a brilliant idea. What sounds fun?
Okay, I want to try come up.
I think you meant come up with, right? A smoother way to say it would be, I want to try come up with. Want to repeat that one? Awesome choice. Come up with means to think of or create something, like an idea or plan. Here's an example. They came up with a solution to the problem. Want to try a sentence using come up with, or need another example first?
Can you explain me to the come up with?
It seems like you meant, can you explain come up with to me? Want to repeat that for practice? No problem. Let's break it down. Come up with is a phrasal verb that means to think of or create something, usually an idea, plan, or solution. It's got one main meaning. Here are a couple of examples. She came up with a new recipe for dinner. He came up with an excuse for being late. Want to try making a sentence with come up with now, or need more examples?
So she came up with a new recipe for dinner. It mean she create a new recipe for dinner.
You're getting it. Let's smooth out your sentence a bit. She came up with a new recipe for dinner means she created a new recipe for dinner. Want to repeat that to lock it in? Exactly right. Come up with means thinking of or creating something, like an idea, or in this case, a recipe. Want to try your own sentence with come up with? Or should we go over another example, like they came up with a plan to save money?
They came up with a plan to save money means they think the plan to save money or something.
You're so close. Let's tweak it for flow. They came up with a plan to save money means they thought of a plan to save money. Want to repeat that one? You're spot on that come up with means thinking of something, like a plan or idea. Great job. Want to try making your own sentence with come up with? Or should we move to another phrasal verb, like run into? It can mean meeting someone unexpectedly, like I ran into an old friend today. What do you think?
Why we use come up with because I think we just use think or create something is a more easy way.
It sounds like you're asking why we use come up with instead of just saying create or think of something new. A smoother way to say it might.
Why do we use come up with when we could just say create or think or something else?
The phrase come up with has a unique flavor. It suggests not just creating or thinking, but sparking an idea through inspiration or problem solving. It's like you're pulling something new from a mental mix, which create or think don't quite capture with the same energy.
I don't really understand it. Could you explain more?
Sure, let's break it down. When you say come up with, it paints a picture of ideas bubbling up, almost like you're fishing for a solution or inventing something fresh after some mental effort. Create feels more about making something from scratch, and think is just broad, like pondering anything. Come up with carries this sense of discovery or cleverness, like you've cracked a puzzle or found a gem in your mind. Does that help clarify it?
Oh, something important. I use ChatGPT.
Câu hỏi rất hay. Come up with thường được dùng thay cho think hoặc create, nhưng nó có sắc thái và cách dùng riêng. Mình sẽ giải thích từng chút một để bạn dễ hiểu. 1. Come up with nghĩa là gì? Come up with nghĩa là nghĩ ra, nảy ra, đưa ra một ý tưởng, kế hoạch, giải pháp một cách chủ động hoặc sáng tạo. Ví dụ, she came up with a brilliant idea. Cô ấy đã nghĩ ra một ý tưởng tuyệt vời. 2. Tại sao không dùng think hoặc create? Think chỉ là suy nghĩ, chỉ là được ý tưởng, chưa chắc ra được ý tưởng, nghĩ ra cái gì đó cụ thể. Ví dụ, I'm thinking about the problem. Tôi đang suy nghĩ về vấn đề. I came up with a solution. Tôi đã nghĩ ra một giải pháp. Come up with là kết quả của quá trình think. So sánh với create. Create thiên về làm ra một thứ hữu hình, cụ thể, sản phẩm, thiết kế, tác phẩm. Thường dùng cho ý tưởng, giải pháp những thứ trừu tượng hơn. Ví dụ, he created a painting. Anh ấy đã vẽ một bức tranh. He came up with a concept for the painting. Anh ấy nghĩ ra một ý tưởng cho bức tranh. 3. Kết luận, động từ nghĩa chính, khi nào dùng? Suy nghĩ. Think, suy nghĩ. Khi đang suy nghĩ nhưng chưa có kết quả cụ thể. Create tạo ra cái gì hữu hình. Khi làm ra một vật tác cụ thể, nghĩ ra nảy ra ý tưởng. Nghĩ ra có một ý tưởng, giải pháp cụ thể. Nếu bạn muốn, mình có thể đưa thêm ví dụ và bài tập nhỏ để bạn luyện phân biệt ba từ này. Muốn thử không?
Almost like you are fishing for a solution or inventing something fresh after some mental effort. Grace feels more about making something more craft, and thing is just part, like pondering anything comes up with carries the sense of discovery or cleverness, like you cracked a puzzle or found a game in your mind. Found a game in your mind. Okay. So come up with is a result. Kết quả là result. Result is come up with is a result of a process think of think process. So and create. Oh, I know something. Oh, I know something. They came up with a plan on vacation.
Oh, nice. When you say they came up with a plan on vacation, it sounds like they were tossing around ideas, maybe inspired by the relaxed vibes, and landed on something clever or exciting. It's got that spark of creativity, more than just saying they created a plan, you know? Want to tell me more about this plan?
So, came up with that. So when we came up with a plan on vacation, means we already know how the vacation is going on.
Got it. You're piecing it together. When you say you came up with a plan on vacation, it implies you were already in the flow of the trip, maybe soaking up the sights or chilling with friends, and then boom, inspiration hit, and you crafted a clever idea for what to do next. It's less about knowing every detail of the vacation and more about that moment when a fun or smart plan clicks into place. Did that make sense? Want to share what kind of plan you guys thought up?
So when tell you I I came up with a plan on vacation is mean uh,
Okay, I hear you working through it. When you say you came up with a plan on vacation, it sounds like you're emphasizing that you were the one who had that light bulb moment during the trip. Like maybe you were kicking back, enjoying the vibe, and suddenly you thought of something brilliant to make the vacation even better. It's about taking credit for that creative spark. Did I catch your meaning there, or is there more you're trying to pin down?
So when I tell you I came up with a plan of vacation, means I already have the list everything to do on this vacation, right?
Not quite, but I see where you're going. When you say you came up with a plan on vacation, it doesn't necessarily mean you already had a full list of everything to do. Instead, it suggests that during the vacation, you had a moment of inspiration and thought of a specific idea or plan, maybe for one activity, a day trip, or a way to solve something fun. It's more about that creative spark hitting you while you're there, not that you've mapped out the whole trip. Does that clear it up? Want to dive into what kind of plan you were thinking about?
Okay, I think that's enough. I want to try a new phrasal verb.
Awesome. I love where this is going. What's the new phrase you'd like to try out or explore?
You give me one.
All right. How about we play with the phrase think outside the box? It's one people use a lot when they want to talk about getting creative or solving problems in a fresh way. Want me to explain what makes it tick, or do you have a specific angle you'd like to dig into with it?
I think we learned about phrasal verb, right?
Yep, you're right on track. Phrasal verbs are those tricky combos like think outside the box or come up with that we were chatting about earlier. They mix a verb with a word or two to create a new meaning. Think outside the box means coming up with ideas that are super creative, not just sticking to the usual ways of doing things. Want me to dive deeper into how phrasal verbs like this work, or maybe toss you another fun one to explore?
We need to think outside the box for this situation to find a new way to solve it.
Nice. You're rocking it with think outside the box. When you say that, you're suggesting it's time to get super creative and look for fresh, unusual solutions to crack this situation, instead of relying on the same old approaches. What's the situation you're thinking about? Want to brainstorm some wild ideas for it?
No, I don't thinking about it.
No worries at all. Since you're not feeling that situation, how about we stick with think outside the box for fun? Maybe try it in another sentence. Or I can throw out a different phrasal verb to play with. Your call.
Okay, I want to try a new phrasal verb.
Sweet. Let's switch it up. How about we go with look forward to? It's a fun one that people use to express excitement about something coming up. Want me to explain how it works, or would you like to try using it in a sentence first?
I'm looking forward to the holiday.
Nice one. When you say you're looking forward to the holiday, you're sharing that you're genuinely excited about it, like you're already picturing the fun times ahead. It's got that warm, eager vibe. Want to tell me what's got you pumped about this holiday? Or maybe try another sentence with look forward to?
Okay, that's enough. I want to review on the phrasal verb we learned today.
Sounds good. Let's wrap it up with a quick review. Today, we talked about 3 phrasal verbs: come up with, think outside the box, and look forward to. Come up with is about sparking a creative idea or solution, like planning something clever. Think outside the box means finding fresh, unusual ways to solve problems. And look forward to shows you're excited for something coming up, like a holiday. Want me to give you a quick example of each again, or maybe quiz you with a sentence to try?
Okay, today I learned something, some phrasal verb like pick up. Pick up have 4 meaning: to lift something or some, or collect something or someone, and lift, collect, uh, learn something casually, and to improve. Okay, turned out, turned out have 2 meaning is um, reduce, reduce volume or intensity. Intensity and intensity is cường độ. Okay, intensity is cường độ. Okay, intensity is cường độ. Or uh, reduce, reduce volume or intensity, and reject something. Okay, look after have one main meaning is to take care of someone or something. Bring up have 2 meaning: mentioning something, and raising someone. Bring up have 2 meaning: um, mentioning something, and raising someone. Okay, and take off have 3 meaning: leave the route, leave the route. Take off have 3 meaning: leave the route, mm, reject something. And third is become successful quickly. Become successful quickly. Give up. Give up have one main meaning is 2 meaning. 2 meaning is quitting something and surrendering. Quitting something, surrendering. Come up with. Come up with is mean come up with means think or create something. Think or create. The the research of processing process, and the there is something like a native and think outside the box, like coming up with ideas that are super creative, coming up with ideas that are super creative, that are super creative, and look forward to is so you are excited for something coming up. Look forward to show you are excited about something coming up. Something up. Okay. Come up with, think outside the box. Come up with about sparkling or create sparkling. Tập lánh. Sparking đúng không? A creative idea for solution. Come up with about sparking a creative ideas or solution. Cái thảo luận, cái ý tưởng sáng tạo, cái giải pháp. By planting something clever. Planting something clever. Planning something clever. Okay. By planning something clever. Think outside the box means finding fresh, unusual ways to solve the problem. Think outside the box means finding fresh, means finding fresh, unusual ways to solve the problem. Mean finding fresh, unusual way to solve the problem. Okay. Come up with about sparking a creative idea or solution. Okay. That's something I learned today. Something I had learned for today. Okay. I will stop here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos. Okay. And mình sẽ dừng tại đây. Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở những video lần sau. At first, I need to say goodbye with AI. Ara. Hi Ara, I need to say goodbye.
Hey, no problem at all. It's been fun chatting about phrasal verbs with you. Catch you next time and have an awesome day.
Okay, catch up later.
Definitely love that vibe. Catch up with you later. Sure thing.